Thank you very much for coming out to this federal government panel discussion. And the intention of the session today is to deal with matters that are of importance to the engineering community. My name is Michael Monette. I'm on the board of the Ontario Society of Professional Engineers. This particular meeting has been thought of and generated by the local Professional Engineering of Ontario chapter. And we also have present in the House a couple of representatives. Tim Kirkby, I think, is sitting in the audience. So Tim is the chapter chair for PO Upper Canada. I just wanted to recognize Tim's presence within the room. Guy Boone has been part of the, thank you very much for your volunteer work. We have Guy Boone has been representing the Government Liaison Program within Professional Engineers Ontario. And there's been a couple of questions which I'll just clarify if people are wondering what the roles of the different organizations are. And we have representation from Engineers Canada here as well at the back of the room. The bodies that are working for the interest of the engineers, and I will take it that we're speaking to a group of engineers in the room. Is anyone here not a professional engineer? Architects. Okay, well, very good. So we have engineers and architects in the room, so that's a good distinction. The roles are in Ontario, we have Professional Engineers Ontario, which is the regulatory body and deals with the legislation. And 10 years ago, it was decided to move the advocacy and membership services into a separate group, which is called the Ontario Society of Professional Engineers. And there are 70,000 professional engineers in Ontario. I realize we are located on Quebec for this particular function, but the discussion today is about engineering issues. It's not about where we happen to be sitting right now. We have a representative from one of the parties. We have some written responses from a second party. A third party may have a representative come and join us. We're still hoping that will happen. The intention of those individuals are here not specifically speaking to their local riding or candidacy. They may be obviously pursuing those things. That's not our function tonight. Our function tonight is to understand what is the party doing to respond to some of the interests of the engineering community. That's what OSPE is focused on. What are those items related to economy, job creation? The 6 questions that we will be going through tonight is the sort of thing that OSPE is regularly engaged with the government, particularly Queen's Park, because we're a provincial organization, and then we flow up to Engineers Canada in terms of some of the national issues. So that's the introduction for the session. I would like to welcome right now Jean-Luc Cook, who is here from the Green Party. And Jean-Luc, I'll give you 30 seconds, if you like, just to let us know where you've come from to get here as a brief introduction before we get into some of the meat of the evening's event.
Sure. I'm the Green Party candidate in the riding of Nepean-Carleton. This covers large parts of the southern areas of the city of Ottawa, parts of Nepean, almost entirely Barrhaven, but also Manotick, Osgood, Metcalfe, Greeley, and Burt's Rapids, Beckett's Landing, Carlsbad Springs. It's sort of a big, it's actually the largest geographically riding that is considered urban. I myself went to school at Carleton University in engineering, systems and computer engineering. When I graduated, I started my own little firm and found myself here, and actually we found several different engineers or scientists anyway, that were sort of fighting over who gets to show up here tonight. So the fact that I have in the iron ring means I won the fight.
So I think that captures the essence, what we were looking for. And in fact, as an engineering community, we have been, and PO has a particular program that they're working on to encourage engineers to actually get engaged in the political process. So we certainly applaud engineers for doing that. There's a number of engineers. There's one of the engineers out of Toronto. We'll keep an eye out. He may join on as well, who is running for one of the parties in the Toronto region. So this is very good. We believe that the engineering approach within Queen's Park on the provincial side and engineers in terms of national federal issues is a critical component in terms of how engineers approach issues. So enough said. That sets the framework. Our time frame is from 4 to 6 o'clock. We will honor the 6 o'clock. People have other agendas. We appreciate it's a Friday night. Because of what's happened, we were going to originally do this kind of 3-minute for each of the parties. We'll change it up a little bit. We will still do the 6 questions. We probably will have a few minutes at the end where we can actually get from the audience some of your feedback. Are we on the right issues? I would like you to be thinking about. So are these, in fact, the issues that you would like presented to the parties? OSPE has been polling our membership. This is what they've been telling us we should be working on. If there's something else we'd like to know about it, we will certainly get the viewpoints of 2 of the parties, which may, I think in this context, you'll have to suppress your, do I like one party versus the other, and perhaps take the input to say it's stimulating the discussion. And obviously for those who did return replies, they have the opportunity of having their voice heard in terms of the discussion. So thank you very much. Jean-Luc in particular for coming out, and for the Liberal Party we have some written word that we can pop up on the screen. What they sent actually is quite long. I don't think we'll be able to read through all of it, but we'll hopefully kind of grab the key points, and then we can see if that is resonating with the community. So the first question,